Ever wondered why shame has such a firm grip on us? Why does it seem to lurk in our shadows, ready to pounce at our slightest misstep? Let's talk about shame. It's a universal emotion, yet it's one we seldom discuss openly. Shame is like an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome, influencing our thoughts, our actions, and even our relationships. It's a social emotion, deeply embedded in our interactions and societal norms, making us feel small, flawed, and unworthy. But what if we could change our relationship with shame? What if we could turn the tables, freeing ourselves from its clutches and embracing our authentic selves with compassion and acceptance? That's the purpose of our discussion today. We're here to shine a light on this dark corner of our emotional landscape, to explore strategies for overcoming shame, and to encourage a journey towards self-acceptance and love. Remember, shame thrives in silence. By opening this discussion, we've already begun to loosen its grip. Understanding shame is the first step towards overcoming it. So, where does it come from? Shame, as we know it today, is deeply rooted in both societal and psychological landscapes. From a societal perspective, it often stems from the standards and expectations that our communities, cultures, or traditions impose upon us. These can range from academic achievements, physical appearance, to lifestyle choices, and more. On the psychological front, shame is often linked with our early life experiences where we learn to associate certain behaviors or traits with negative feedback. It's like a seed planted in the fertile soil of our psyche, fed by harmful narratives and watered by negative experiences. But here's the thing, shame is not a verdict. It's not a final judgment on who you are or what your worth is. Instead, it's a signal that somewhere along the line we've internalized harmful narratives that need to be challenged, and challenge them we shall. Armed with understanding, we can now explore how to break free from shame's chains. Let's delve into some research-backed strategies to help overcome feelings of shame, starting with self-compassion. Picture self-compassion as a comforting friend who acknowledges your pain but also reminds you that everyone stumbles. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer to a loved one in a similar situation. Next, let's talk about reframing negative self-talk. We all have an internal dialogue, but sometimes it can become our own worst critic. The key is to recognize when this happens and consciously choose to reframe these thoughts in a more positive light. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm a failure," you might say, "I didn't succeed this time, but I've learned something valuable for my next attempt." Another valuable strategy is seeking support. Whether it's from a trusted friend, a family member, or a mental health professional, sharing your feelings of shame can help lessen their weight. Remember, it's okay to ask for help, and doing so is a sign of strength, not weakness. Lastly, embracing your vulnerability can be a powerful tool in overcoming shame. This means accepting that you're not perfect, and that's completely okay. Vulnerability is not a flaw, it's a part of being human. These strategies are not quick fixes, but steps on the journey towards self-acceptance. Overcoming shame is not merely about escaping darkness, but about stepping into light. The light of self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is a cornerstone in overcoming shame. It's the process of embracing ourselves fully, complete with our strengths, weaknesses, successes, failures, and everything else in between. It's about acknowledging that we are enough as we are, and that our worth isn't dependent on external validation or the opinions of others. So how can we foster self-acceptance? Start by practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that everyone makes mistakes, and it's part of being human. Instead of berating yourself for missteps, use these moments to learn and grow. Next, challenge negative self-talk. When you catch yourself being self-critical, gently but firmly steer your thoughts in a more positive direction. Remind yourself of your accomplishments, your strengths, and your potential. Finally, embrace your vulnerability. Authenticity is the key to self-acceptance. It's about being true to yourself, your values, and your feelings. It's about owning your story without shame. In vulnerability, we find strength and authenticity, which in turn fosters self-acceptance. Remember, cultivating self-acceptance doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, one that requires patience, understanding, and persistence. But it's a journey worth embarking on, because it's only when we accept ourselves that we can truly free ourselves from the grip of shame. The journey from shame to self-acceptance is a personal one, but remember, you're not alone. Embrace your light and let it guide you. Thank you for watching, and if you like embracing shadows, please subscribe.